Good morning, Matt Franklin from Payaca. Thank you very much for joining me this morning. I hope you've got a hot cup of tea. So, since Payaca announced the launch of Agent Dave, I've had several of my partners reach out to me and say, this is really, really exciting. How can we link this up with Digital Toolbag? My question is, well, what is Agent Dave? I've got a rough idea, but I want Matt to explain it in a bit more detail. So, Matt, Dave. Let's start with the name Dave. Is that
Dave? Yeah, I mean,
Dave?
Who wouldn't want to get Dave to solve your problems? Everyone trusts Dave, right? Everyone's got a mate called Dave. We also have a very talented human in Payaca called Dave. So he did approve of us calling it Dave, but unfortunately now we have to sometimes say Human Dave and Agent Dave. So yeah, it's good, but we've run with it. It seems to have caught on well. And if you were to see some of the chats that are going on with Dave, you'd approve.
Very good. So at a very, very high level,
yeah.
In the world of AI, you can't close your eyes and open them again without seeing some other form of AI is now in our life. I've been asked to write an article around AI, so I'd like to know how deep is this going for heating and renewable companies? What will AI do?
Yeah, I mean, so there's everyone's using chatbots and things at the moment. I'm sure people are going to ChatGPT and asking it and finding it really useful that it can answer questions and summarize data and draft emails and stuff. Super useful. I guess our vision is it is way more powerful when it is embedded within your system. It has access to, if you've got everything in one place, if you've got all your data in one place, then you can access that information, but not just that. I think the real selling point of Agent Dave is it can do stuff for you. So everything that you could do by clicking around as a user, it has access to do that for you. And at a Payaca level, if you're creating all of your branded forms or your questions that you want people in the field to be filling in, it can do that for you and not only do it without making mistakes, makes the occasional mistake, but way fewer than a human. But even if it does, it can fix them. But it can do a bit of web research to find out what are the MCS requirements for this, and then go, right, okay, this is what I suggest, and then check with the user, is this what you want? Yeah, great. And then just bang, done. And there's things that would have taken you, weeks because you'd have been thinking about it, planning for it, building spreadsheets, figuring out, then going, right, I need to paste that over here. It can just do it all. So it is, in terms of the efficiency for your business, being able to create all that stuff. Not only that, automation's something we've had in Payaca for a long time. When this happens, do this. Send an email to this customer, move this project to the next stage in the pipeline, send a note to Steve internally to go and do the next stage of this project. It can configure those for you. So whereas previously you had to go, oh, when this happens, do this. And you had to just think about it. And it's really hard for people to even think about what they want there. You could ask Dave to suggest some stuff for you. You could ask Dave to go, well, I want you to look at all of my proposals and figure out which ones should I be following up on. And it will go what do you want to rate it by? And I could just say, well, you figure something out. And it would say well, let's look at the value of them. Let's look at how long they've been outstanding, whether the customer's viewed it, and then go, right, this one you should follow up on. Customer opened it at this point. I think there's way more we can do in future where it's actually more even built into the automation so that you can get it to run some of that mid-automation or do this thing, I guess, deterministically, i.e. based on the rules that you give it, then do this thing probabilistically, ask it to figure this out for you, and then continue that step. So it's giving it the right guardrails, but yeah, really powerful.
So there's a human, Dave, inside an AI space.
Yeah, there's no human
that thinks faster and more intelligently than the human. than a human, but he's within our heating renewable base CRM. He understands all your customers. He understands all your current workflows and can recommend to you, this is how we can improve the system.
Yeah, and then do it.
Bam, bam. Can we have a look?
Yeah, sure. So I'm gonna just take this to a just to one of our test accounts. So there's a bunch of random data in here. This is just the dashboard you land on. You see a chat with Dave, bottom left. But there's a easy keyboard shortcut. If you're on Mac, it's Command K. If you're on Windows, Control K. I just hit that. You can see a bunch of my chat history on the left-hand side, but I might just start with, "Hey Dave, what can..." The other thing is when you're chatting with like LLMs, you can make typos and it'll just figure it out.
Yep. I need that, by the way.
So it knows I'm Matt, and it's like going, right, okay, here's all the... Sorry, Siri's turned on as well. So yeah, like, what can I do? Right, can you create me a good automation? Obviously, ideally, you're giving it a bit more like direction, but just for the purpose of this demo, like, I can copy that, like previous responses. So it can give you structured data back as well. So if you want a table of information, I can then copy that. So it's saying, oh, right, well, customer communication, pipeline project management, team notifications. I don't know. Recommend me something. I think that's a typo. Doesn't matter. So now it's going to, so now this is where it goes into its kind of like tool usage. So now it's going, right, okay, well, if you want me to do all the work, I need to go and actually just have a look and search some data and see what's there. So might take, I don't know, a minute or two. Oh no, it's quicker than that. I've got 86 automations. That's 10 pipelines. Gaps I spotted. Here we go. Customer appointment reminder. You don't seem to have customer-facing event reminders. Well, that's a gap. Proposal follow-up invoice due. Oh, these are quite simple. Battery storage pipeline automation. Storage pipeline has no automations, right? Okay. Still, as AI loves emojis. Okay, so what's it say? Customer appointment reminder. Do the customer. So then, like, obviously I can give it more guidance and like specifically what I want, but like sometimes it will come up with something better than what you could have thought of. So it's now going right. And this is something we're working as well. It's like, well, how much do you get it to tell you what it's doing? Okay, so it's saying that it's going to use those variables. So it's going to check with me. I might want to change that, but actually, no, yes, I want you to do that. And it will go off and do that, and that'll be an automation. The other thing is, so it's aware who you are as a user, but it's also aware of what page it's on. So if we were to go to a specific project, it would be able to like get information from that project and tell me what's happened on that project. Okay, so now it's already set up that automation. One day before the event starts, emails to the primary customer with like this. So appointment details are what, when, where, but obviously you might want to do something differently there. So if I were to go into, say, one of my projects, then our team loves Avon Brewery. This has got loads of weird test data in, so just ignore that.
This is exciting.
Just to show
it really is.
So it'll be able to like go, like, obviously there's loads of stuff in the activity feed that's happened previously. These custom fields as well, these tasks, it can access, it can create them. Okay, here's the breakdown. Customer, financials, invoices so far. Oh, there's that one that's paid. So yeah, I mean, there is endless possibilities for this. I could sit here all day and show you how it could do stuff. I could actually show you the forms as well. So I can change pages while it's doing what it's saying. Right. So
I know you you mentioned to me you was working on this late November. I think you was working on it. When did it get released?
yeah, so we have started. So we did start working on it in late November, and then we were just hammering internally. So obviously, there's huge benefits to the customer of this, but there's a huge benefit internally as well, which is like how it helps setting up configuring accounts. So we've been just hammering it ourselves, just like optimizing. There are a few like bugs initially, probably still some more things. There's a way more that we can do to improve it. We released to the first customers. It'll be in our updates feed, updates.payaca.com, but I think pretty much start of February. It's not all customers that have it yet. We're just testing with people, but I think one of the things at the start was like the reluctance of like, well, what types of customer, but for our customer and users like within that business are going to get the most value out of it. We rolled it out, and when we found that actually every different persona that you could think of is getting value from it, whether they were technical or non-technical. Obviously, some of the like more technical people were just going straight on, like getting it to, I don't know, going to in the wrong place. If I were to go into like templates, document templates, they were like creating all these with their branding and like you can photos in there, customer signatures, and obviously this is just it could be better designed, but you can get Dave to like do all that, and maybe the non-technical users were like asking information about their accounts, about the projects, about oh, can you help me configure this automation? But like it was solving everyone's problems. So I think one of our challenges now is, okay, we've just sort of rolled this out. Everyone's like absolutely hammering it, and obviously there is a cost of AI. So it's like, how can we effectively structure this so that we can roll it out to everyone? Because ultimately, I think at the start it was like, oh, this will just be for power users, but no, everyone is benefiting here. So yeah, there's loads of stuff we need to like figure out quickly, but from people internally to all of our customers, it just seems to be incredibly powerful, and it'll only get better. So it's super exciting as well for a team of our size because we're like relatively small, and it's like, well, hang on, we can keep this like culture and this business as small as it is with a few communication lines as we have, and really ride this wave of innovation. It's super cool.
Absolutely nuts. Can we just go back to the words? I think I'd heard it on YouTube before you mentioned this in November when we spoke. So agentic, right? So we're into. Can you just stop the share for a moment there?
Yeah, sure.
So we're into a new era. Can we say that? And a new era of AI where
I think it is an era, for sure.
It's not just a question and give me the information back like a chat. This is employees.
Yeah.
Is AI employees given permission to use the tools and the information and the data that you've given them? Where can it go next?
I think everyone's asking. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that gets a little bit philosophical because you're like, yeah, I mean, ultimately, it is making businesses like incredibly efficient, and it should enable businesses who are like grabbing it to just scale. And I think the humans that they have will be able to do the stuff that is more I don't know, impactful anyway, because the things that is replacing that you were doing were like, they were quite boring tasks anyway. Like they're very like, move data over here, do this, do this, do this. It means that you can like spend more time thinking about the sort of higher level problems. I guess it's interesting to think, okay, well, with the rate of change, like this is like, it feels like daily, weekly, things get better and it's super exciting. And for for a business like ours that is obviously technical, we can just like jump on every innovation and like utilize it. Yeah, I don't know what happens over time. Like, do we all get replaced? I don't know. But
So if we look at YouTube, there's some doomsday scenarios happening on YouTube. But what I've said to a number of people is, it's not there to replace Sue in the office. It's there to improve how productive Sue is in the office. You know, Sue can still, David Sue kind of goes along, doesn't it? You know, Sue can work on more high value. She can work on the customer service. She can follow up on those things that never get followed up on. That it needs that human touch to do.
Yeah.
But Sue can't do it because she's too bogged down in mundane tasks. Now, you know, there's like speculation that there's going to be a lot of office-based people or office-based careers that start to find, start to worry about their careers and their future, and maybe they will come over to trades and construction. And then along with that speculation is, well, if that happens, are we going to have a flood of labour driving down, you know, the price of the work that we do in your world's, you know, renewables, heat pumps, solar, battery? I argue that the reason why a lot of businesses are not growing right now is because of a shortage of labour. You hear it everywhere. We can't get staff. So if there's going to be more office-based workers, or the new people looking at their futures and thinking, I'll not get into office-based career, I'll learn how to use my hands. I'm feeling quite positive about this, Matt. I'm thinking, you know, this expected rise in human labour that may be available for this industry is just going to mean that those businesses that are set up correctly, i.e. not working in 1994, you know, those people that are working in 2028, they're forward-thinking people. They're the ones that are going to be set up to market to the end user and to deliver using these systems. So we're just basically making businesses more efficient for those forward-thinking business owners. We're making business more profitable because Sue doesn't have to do that mundane task anymore. Sue can do something that's actually going to make money for the business. So yeah, I feel positive about it.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think, like, obviously there are those doomsday scenarios and there is this non-zero chances of those things happening, but like in that world, like, we're all screwed anyway, so why even worry, think about that? I think there are so many benefits right now to people who are grabbing it, and the one thing I would say to anyone who's not is you just need to start playing with these tools and like trying to solve problems with these tools. Like, if you're doing that, all the information's there, it's available. You will get massive gains in whatever role that you're doing. Like, even if you're doing manual roles and you're like you just need to find information quickly, it's going to help you with that. So I don't know why you wouldn't be optimistic, because what's the alternative? Like, I think there are definitely huge gains for anyone who wants it, and I think that's the other thing. It helps everyone. Everyone can gain. Like, everyone's got access to this. It's not something that's like, you know, only a certain segment of society or like whatever is getting it. Like, this is available to all. Okay, there are some costs, but like it's not that, like, yeah, at our level it's starting to cost a bit, but like for any individual it's not particularly costly to just start using these tools and improving your flows. The only real blockers are if you're working at a company that's not embracing it. Then I'd say move to a company that is, because your days are numbered. But yeah, anyone who wants to embrace it, why not just be incredibly positive? Because it's so exciting and like it can deliver so much value for everyone.
Brilliant. Well, I'm looking forward to see what happens in 22.6. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to think of 22.7. Just...
Well, now it's like, yeah, like a day is like a year in the world of AI. It's like, it's incredible.
Brilliant. Okay, Matt, thanks for giving me that little intro. No doubt, the people, my digital tool bag partners that are using Payaca will be tapping me up saying, "Come on, let's roll with this." So I'm excited to see new use cases coming through.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, Matt.
Cheers.